Brennan, you've been here before, a few fall camps under your belt now. This one feeling any different, or just kind of, par for the course for you so far?
I say every fall camp feels different, but I mean, this year I think we just have such spirit. Coming out every single day, you can see the guys care about each other, they love each other. I just think this fall camp just is going to be a really good one. I think we got a really special team here. Coach Dickert, all of his values we believe in, our best every single day, on and off the field, period. I mean, shoot, we all believe it, and it's going to be a great year.
We've heard Coach Dickert talk a couple times about guys who have made big jumps or big improvements. Kind of in your eyes, who is someone that's really made a big jump over the offseason, whether that be in terms of strength or just kind of what they're doing on the field?
I would say two guys, at least in my position group, are Ram and Eddie. They've made ginormous leaps since spring ball to now. Even in spring ball, you can see just some of those flashes. They're both guys that really are sponges to information. They're always asking older guys for help on things. They both kind of take it into their own styles and both, really, really effective. I think those two guys are, just yin and yang and how they compete. You got Ram, who's very fast and aggressive, whereas Eddie, he's like a bull in a china shop. He's like a little me. So it's awesome to see those two guys grow.
You didn't add a whole lot of new bodies, but still some new faces in that edge room and on the defensive line. Anyone kind of stood out to you that wasn't maybe here in the spring?
I still got to get to know some of the guys, but I think they all have a lot of potential. Every single guy we get fits the culture and whatnot, and I think once they go through fall camp and they see how we operate, how the older guys practice, and start to get more comfortable within the scheme and learn the playbook, you're going to see a lot of guys grow exponentially fast.
Jake's talked about new Wazoo kind of instituting a new culture. How would you define it? What would be your definition of the culture under Jake Dickert here?
I think he just expects and demands excellence from us. I think every single one of us has the potential to be excellent in every single aspect of life, whether that be being a man off the field, on the field, in the classroom, when it comes to just our daily duties as men in the community. I think he expects us to be that way because he knows we can. And I think when he talks about our best on and off the field, he really means like putting your best foot forward in everything you do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no I don't feel like doing it today. That's your standard and you live it each and every day. And I think when you have a group of men who really believe in that standard, you see so many guys start to grow and become men really fast. I mean, a lot of these guys are 18, 19-year-olds. I remember I was in that position, but having this standard now and making it cool to be, grown up, you see those guys just kind of fall into line very quickly.
Returning a ton of key contributors and production on that defensive line, how high are the expectations for you guys inside the room right now?
I mean, honestly, every single day we just want to get 1% better. Regardless of the expectations or not, everyone in that defensive line just wants to, put their best foot forward every day, get better, find the little nuances in their game that they can, clean up and whatnot. So at the end of the day, it's not a numbers game for us. If we can go out every single day and do our best and, just run the ball and do what we're supposed to do our 111th, we're going to be great.
Brendan, you're one of the guys that got to watch Jake grow from defensive coordinator to head coach. From then to now, what's the biggest difference? And difference doesn't mean a bad thing between how he coached as a coordinator and how he coaches as a head coach.
I just think the only difference I see is he just brings passion to both sides of the ball. At the beginning, he was a defensive coordinator, so obviously all of his time was with us. But now he gets to, connect with the offensive players more, really put his, feel of the game onto them. And I think they see his passion. I mean, this guy, cries almost every meeting he's talking to us. I mean, he's passionate about the game. He really loves us as players. And you can just see kind of the whole team intermix and intertwine better. I mean, it's not a Cougs versus Cougs deal. Everyone's just trying to get better every single day, and he really, commands the ship.
We'll have to ask Coach about crying tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Don't tell him I said that.
I know. We're bringing your name up. Come on now. You mentioned having to get to know some of the guys. What's the best way that you've, experienced in your time to bond during fall camp?
Shoot, the pull over at the hills. I mean, it's hot right now. This is like 95. We go over there, we hang out, cook up some burgers on the grill. I'm sometimes the grill master. I can chef it up a little bit. But no, it's so fun just getting to know all the guys, go over there, bond a little bit. Everyone's from such different dynamics, different areas of the world, the globe. Just being able to talk to those guys, get their experiences, and go through the hardships together really builds a brotherhood.
Brennan, kind of building off what Austin just asked here, with Dickert now as the head coach, how different is it not having him, be in charge of the defense now at this point in the fall camp? Is there a big difference?
I wouldn't say there's too big of a difference. I mean, Brian Ward has a very similar scheme, but same philosophy. He believes in that, doing what we were 111, not trying to, be great occasionally, be good all the time. So when it comes to that passion, they're very similar in that regard. You don't see very much of a drop off in energy on the defensive side. Still hunting for turnovers and whatnot. I think last year we finished third in the country in turnovers, something like that. So still that big emphasis on turning the ball over, being ball hawks, and just spraying to the ball. 100% effort every single play. So when it comes to him being a head coach, now we just see that on the opposite side of the ball. They're given that same passion on their side of the ball, and finishing plays, fighting for extra yards. Very similar. So I'd say Brian Ward's definitely spitting image of Dicker when it comes to just running our defense.
Gotcha. And you talked about a little bit there last season. Last season, great defense. A lot of guys returning this year. How good can this defense be this year?
I mean, we just can't beat ourselves at the end of the day. We got to make sure we're doing our 111. No one needs to be a superhero out there. Everyone has a talent to make plays, and they need to make them. Everyone needs to step up when their time's called. And if we do that, we should be solid this year.
Brennan, there's been quite a bit of turnover on the offensive line. You're going up against these guys in practice. Just what can you say about the line and how they're shaping up this upcoming season?
I would say Connor Gomez has been a phenomenal job with those guys. He's really bred into a leader role amongst them, getting them ready. I know in the summer, every single day they're out there, just them running through plays, getting them right. It's a very young group, but a lot of experience too mixed in. I think, guys like Jared Kingston, solid veteran, came into my class. He's my roommate. Just a lot of those guys, a lot of experience, and I think just getting those younger guys in the same kind of, mentality as them, I think they'll be great. I mean, going against them every single day, they're going against tough competition. Me and RJ, not trying to toot our own horn, but it's like you're going against really good competition every day. You're going to get better. Iron sharpens iron. So just seeing those guys every single day progress, start to stop some of our best moves, and start to get more confident in themselves, because they, once you get confidence in offensive linemen, then you start to really grow. So just seeing those guys really hone in on their skills, I mean, they're going to be great players.
Brendan, you mentioned RJ just now. And you two
did I? Oh, shoot.
And you two are going to be the primary edge rushers there. Is there a friendly rivalry between you guys, going into this season here, between, who's going to put up the bigger numbers or whatnot?
I think there's a rivalry in everything we do. Numbers aside, every single thing we do, we have a rivalry, whether that be in the weight room, whether that be academics, whatnot. And it's all friendly at the end of the day. We love each other. We just want to make each other better. But, there is a lot of chirping between us, and, it's because we want to make each other better. But, yes, there is a big rivalry there.
Hi, Gianna Cephalou, KLEW. You talk about getting to know the guys and rivalries and building confidence, but how are you looking to lead this defense going into this season?
I think just, finding my voice in times where I need to put it out there. I'm not necessarily the most vocal person on the field, and I don't think I need to be. I think everyone has a different way of leading, and so finding my voice when I need to, whether that be just short bursts, of confidence to somebody or just telling what they got to do, that's what I want to do this year. I just want to build into that leadership role that I know I have and not try and do too much. I know there's guys out there that are more vocal, but I'm just be me and then lead the way I can.
Thanks, Brennan.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Bye, Mom.